This show is clean, pretty much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Effizode 739. Hello, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from the last place on earth, located somewhere in Podcaster Valley, California. Today, Madame Rootabega, Valentino, Bison Bentley, plus it's the finale of my Into an Interview with the band The Banner Days with BRADFORD, LOOMIS, and BETH, WHITNEY. And Apple has released figures describing the diversity of their workforce. Will you be shocked? Mike's Daily Podcast. Probably not. And there are, of course, some other big things that we can talk Mike's Daily Podcast about on today's show. But on yesterday's show, the brewmaster turned out to be very destructive, and he blew up something that was important to me, my lawn, because it's not drought resistant. Thanks, brewmaster. Sometimes this show ends up being, we all must do our part to conserve water. But dang it, my body likes the stuff. Mike's Daily Podcast. And so, on today's show, we'll hear the finale of my interview, Mike's, with two daily, really awesome podcast people, and we'll chat about a myriad of things. But first, of course, the big news, Robin Williams died. He committed suicide, apparently. Right now, as we are recording this, there is a news conference going on about exactly what went down in the town. I did not realize he lived so close there in Tiburon. And, well, I was shocked. I got the news like at 8 o'clock last night from my friend Mike, who saw it on CNN, and he texted me, and I just couldn't believe it. The guy was so great on talk shows. That's where I think he shined. And he changed the world. He changed television because talk shows had gotten so boring and terrible. And then all of a sudden this guy comes on and he's talking to Johnny Carson. He's coming up with all these crazy observations and jumping into character, and he didn't take a single breath. He would just go and go and go and jump up and down and run around, and always hilarious. All of us wondered, where did that come from? And then he went into movies. And then he showed us he could act. And then he was singing on the Academy Awards doing the Blame Canada thing. Oh, so sad that he's gone. All of us are so saddened that he will no longer make us smile. And I just can't believe it. In happier news, I have found that I have the power of predictive text. Predictive text is when, you're typing a word and the smartphone will figure out what word you're trying to type and will type it for you. But I can predict what people are going to text me before they do. Yes, when I hear my phone go ding, because that's the sounder that it does when I get a text. Ding. Yeah, I'm so original. Ding. I instantly know without even looking at it what the person said. Who is texting me? I always know who it is. I know I don't have a lot of friends, but I know, oh, that's so and so, and I'm right. And then I know what they're saying. It's weird. Look who just walked in. Hello, Michael Masters. This is Madame Rootabega. And that was very interesting about the predictive test. Are you done? Okay, that sounded like you were done. Look who else just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the bad thing. Ding. Yeah.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that? Guys, do you guys text each other a lot?
No, we don't even know what that is. There.
Yeah, we're very confused when you say the word text. Do you know that? It's a thing. People are using it, to talk to each other in lieu of talking to each other. And people are also using Skype a lot more, and that Facebook Messenger, which you've been hearing some people talking about. Oh, this is a terrible idea. But I downloaded the Facebook Messenger to my app to my phone months ago and have used it often. It's been very helpful. So it seems that it's the triumvirate. It's the texting that comes with the phone. There's the Skype texting through the Skype app, and then the Facebook Messenger that people seem to use quite a bit. What about carrier pigeons? We can't say enough about carrier pigeons. Do you know that?
Yeah, Mike. They're beautiful. And they're so sweet. And they go, "Coo, coo." And they shit on everything.
All right, let's hear carrier pigeons. So speaking of texting, Apple has promised that they would release their figures describing the diversity of their workforce, and they did it today. The letter from CEO Tim Cook on their website follows a period in which Google, Facebook, Twitter, Yahoo, LinkedIn, and several other major tech companies released diversity statistics after facing public criticism over a lack of female and minority representation in the tech industry. Well, the numbers show that Apple has the same problems with staff diversity as other tech companies. Like Google and Facebook, Apple is largely made up of white men. Of Apple's 98,000 employees, 55% of its American workers self-identify as white, 15% are Asian, 7% black. In terms of gender, 70% are male, which is exactly the same proportion that Google and Facebook recently reported. This according to Gigom.com or GigaOM. Or Giga, is this some, it's a chant, right? Gigaom.com. So those top level figures include Apple's vast network of retail stores, which distorts them. A retail workforce is going to be demographically different than a group of employees who work at Silicon Valley technology firms, says Gigaom. When you drill down and look at non-tech workers, 35% are women, but in tech roles, the kind of positions which generally come with higher pay, only 20% are. What do you think about this? Does this infuriate you? Email me, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. We read your comments on the section emails from email. And do you have the power of predictive text? Can you predict when people are going, what they're going to say? It's so weird. It's like, oh, that person's going to say, sounds good. And you look and, oh, they've said sound good. Sounds good. Maybe we've just run out of interesting things to say in our texts. Email me, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. We read your comments on the section emails from email. Also email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show or if you would like to sponsor the show. MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. There's also the website, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, which you can also access through your smartphone too. And there is links at that website where to listen to the show in iTunes. Find us on iTunes and subscribe to us there. And if you rate and comment on the show there, more people will find out about us. More people also find out about us through Facebook. If you like our Facebook page, and when I post a show, share that with your friends, more people find out about us that way too. Another great way to support the show is through the Amazon deal of the day. Click on that and buy something at a great discount. It helps us out too. And you get a great discount on whatever it is you're buying. There's also links to where to find us on Stitcher, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Mixcloud, Podomatic, Yelp, Tumblr, and Twitter. All those links at MIKEsDailyPodcast.com, as well as the blog, the daily podcast picture, and all of the past interviews that I have done. Ooh, and yesterday I spent about an hour or so reorganizing it. So now you can see at the website, I've got a specific page just for this year alone, because I've done so many interviews this year that I had to divide it from. I used to have it 2013 and 2014 together, but now they are separated like two really bad children that should have learned their lesson and stopped eating all the M&Ms out of. Those are for people that come into the house. They're for everyone, but not for you two. Just inhaling them and then terrorizing the cat. Stop it. You're separated. You got to keep them separated. MIKEsDailyPodcast.com.
Into an interview.
Yay!
I'm talking to Bradford Loomis and Beth Whitney of the band The Banner Days. And they are here now talking to me through Skype. And you guys are Skyping from other opposite sides of the town you're in.
Yes.
Because that's how we roll in this world, this technological world. And you're in what town?
Snohomish.
It's about an hour north of Seattle.
Oh, okay. Because I noticed that your release party is going to be at the Seattle Living Room August 23rd
Yes.
for your CD. At the Seattle Living Room.
Yeah, there's a concert series called the Seattle Living Room Shows, and they actually set up these shows in various parts of Seattle. They all started in living rooms, so that's how it became the Seattle Living Room series. But this show it won't be in a living room. It's a bigger space than that. There's not actually one Seattle Living Room. It's this kind of network of venues.
I see.
In Seattle. Yeah, it's a really cool thing they've set up. The Watt sisters are behind that.
Because I went to a place in Redwood City here in the Bay Area called the Living Room, and it was like $14 for a glass of stupid wine.
So you had a good time.
I had a great time. Yes. And the bruschetta came from off premises and was like $30. It was nuts.
Golly.
What the heck?
Yeah, this is much cooler than that.
Yeah. I would love to go to it.
Yeah. You're welcome to.
August 23rd. Okay. And they can find out more info at thebannerdays.com.
Yep. That's right. And the location of this show is a secret until you buy your tickets. So even if just curiosity has got you over the top thrilled, you can buy tickets and then you'll know where it is.
I like that. Oh, that's clever. That's a new thing. That's going to sweep the country.
Well, there's not a lot of space actually, so they actually do that on purpose so they don't have a bunch of disappointed people showing up that can't make it in. They're not trying to be, super secret agent or anything.
Okay. Well, it's going to be fun because I think you two are just completely the nicest people on the planet, and so it'll be just for that alone. And then your music is awesome, and so it's just going to be a double awesomeness. And I like the word awesome because I am from California, and I grew up in that awesome place.
Do you say the word rad?
Do I? Yes.
I feel like that's a good word also.
That's so rad.
So rad.
I say it all the time.
Yeah. Rad. I don't think the kids say it.
The kids don't. Yeah, they're not into it. It's sad.
They don't say much at all anymore.
They just use their thumbs.
They might text it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
What a comment on this world.
Yeah, well, that's the world we're living in, so.
And where Bradford's laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty funny.
Needs a minute.
Where are you guys originally from?
I'm from here.
That's right. You guys are from the same. Stupid question. Sorry. Okay.
No, it's not a stupid question. I'm from 5 miles north of Snohomish.
Oh.
A twist.
Well, that maybe was a good question. I don't know. So you're from 5 miles north. The what is it?
Yeah.
The plot thickens.
Yes.
Oh. It does.
Everything is different now.
And you jumped out of a plane with a bunch of money and parachuted safely and have been hiding for years.
That's why the beard, actually, so that nobody can tell that I'm actually D.B. Cooper.
Yes,
Totally.
Bradford has an amazing beard.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
I talked to a guy from a band recently. JD Mudd is his name, and his beard was this weird kind of a Fu Manchu thing that came down. But yours is a full beard. It is so thick. Have you ever touched it, Beth?
I've never touched his beard. And I never will.
Oh, that's love.
It's just not my place.
She respects your space.
Yeah.
It's not my place. That's awesome.
Well,
I have a thing. If someone has dreadlocks, I really do. I really would like to touch the dreadlocks.
Oh.
But beards, I don't have that with beards.
No. Why?
I think
that?
a lot of I know Bradford a lot gets people like, oh, can I touch it? And I don't have that, but I do have that with dreadlocks. Admittedly, I want to take a dreadlock in my hand and just pinch it. You know what I mean?
Would you like to grow dreadlocks someday?
Yeah. Oh, are you talking Bradford?
No, to Beth. Bradford, I don't want him to get dreadlocks. Do you want dreadlocks, Bradford?
Too much.
That would be
Sasquatch, yeah. Too much. I would, but I do like being able to wash my hair fully, I don't know.
Yeah, it requires a lot of work.
I don't know. Do the kids do that anymore?
I do see quite a lot of dreads here in the Bay Area, in Oakland and stuff. I just saw some yesterday, I think.
Okay.
But not on me. I am bald.
Oh. I was just wondering what your hair looked like.
No hair. I
No
can
hair.
only imagine.
I can only.
Are you rubbing your head right now?
No, because I have
Yeah, you
headphones on and I can't really...
yeah.
My head is really engulfed in headphones. It's weird. This headphone thing that I'm wearing is like a helmet. Strange. But I do like hats. I that's why I ask about haberdashers a lot, because I like to put on hats. It keep my head gets cold. And
Right.
I'm sure it'd get even more cold up in like Seattle and Washington.
That's true.
But I love it up there. And my next question is, let's see. Tell me about key changes.
Oh.
In a song?
Yeah, do you like them?
That's an interesting question. I have a neuroses about key changes within a song.
Oh, really?
I am fundamentally opposed to it.
Because it just, what? It just shakes it up too much, or?
I don't know. I think I've heard probably 2, maybe 3 key changes ever where I was like, that was cool. Most of the time I feel like, well, maybe the song's not interesting enough. You should have done something different.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of a weird thing. I don't know that it's based in any, like, realistic logic. That's just kind of where they always feel forced to me. I've only heard a couple where I was like, that was really creative. Like, it was a sneaky key change.
Yeah. That weird key change that goes on at the end of REM's Stand, where it just keeps doing these things in the chorus. I don't know if it's going up or down. I'm not that good at figuring that.
That's a great example. I feel like the song wasn't long enough and they needed to take it somewhere.
Exactly.
And so they let's just bump it up a key.
Michael Stipe never plays it anymore, or he refused to play it even when it was popular. So you can see him. And then also Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi has the key change at the end.
I think they're cool.
Do you really?
Yeah, generally. I mean, sometimes they're very Disney, where it's like, you had the bridge and you had another chorus, and then you're like, now what do we do? And then you change the key. It can be quite Disney, but I like them. I think they work for me.
You mean like, let it go?
Yeah, however that goes. I've still never heard the song.
Wow, I applaud you in hiding from that song.
I haven't either. I've got 2 little girls and I've never seen the movie.
Whoa! I applaud.
That's just cruel, Bradford.
Well, they've seen it, but I haven't.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. At least you're not one of these parents that goes, whenever Disney does something like at the local mall, you don't go running down there and wait in line for 5 hours.
You do, don't you?
No,
I don't.
Yeah.
I would like to maybe dress as the snowman guy.
That'd be cool.
Fun.
What's his name?
Snowman guy?
Yeah.
Ice guy? Iceman? Frosty?
Steve?
Steve? It might be Steve. Isn't it like Eugene or something?
That's
How would I know?
Eugene.
It's not.
Let's talk.
That's a great name for a snowman.
And that's why we're so excited for this new album. The Banner Days.
That's why this album really affected us.
Yeah.
Because it's not Disney, it's us. It's
there
our
are
own
no key changes.
It's your own, it's the Banner Days. It has your stamp, the Bradford, Loomis, BETH, Whitney stamp on it. And tell me about Come Dance With Me. It sounds so intimate. The lyrics, the production. It sounds so, and it almost sounds like somebody had a straw and was trying to drink the last bit of what was in their drink.
That was me. Sorry.
Oh gosh, I thought you were talking about the song. I was thinking,
You're like, that's not in my song. What are you talking about?
Interesting analogy. What does that mean?
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I just after I did it, I was like, oh, I wrote.
Oh, by the way, because we're doing this like a Skype audio, when Beth talks, her picture shows up. Not her. It's because we're not using the camera.
Right.
So whatever her picture is pops up, and then when Bradford talks, say something, Bradford.
Hello, it's Bradford.
Your thing pops up, which is actually with you and Beth, the Banner Days.
I'm more inclusive than she is.
Oh.
Well.
It's like, yeah, it's I'm enjoying that. I don't know. I am amused by small things and technology. So tell me about the song Come Dance With Me.
Yes. So Come Dance With Me is actually the first song that my wife and I have ever written.
Oh.
And it's a tune that's based on a short story called More Like Home Than Home. And the short story centers around a woman who is a refugee from Romania. And she flees Romania, and she comes over and she raises a family, and she eventually spends a lot of time during the days watching her granddaughter. And so her granddaughter grows up with this woman who never talks about her past. She talks funny. She's got a Romanian accent. And this little girl picks up on things that her grandmother says, and she sees her do certain things, and they stand out as being peculiar.
Yeah.
Odd.
Odd.
I hope I couldn't say that word.
Because of her accent, because she talks with the Romanian accent.
That's right.
However it sounds.
Peculiar.
Peculiar.
So she goes to bed at night, and she dreams these kind of elaborated versions of her grandmother to try to fill in the holes that she sees. And so the song is really kind of a dreamscape about this little girl's vision of her grandmother and her grandmother's sisters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Now,
How's that for a backstory?
yeah. Some people, when I ask them that question, they're like, yeah, this song, it's like about when you get broken up, something. There we go.
Get broken up. No.
But you've got this entire, movie.
Yeah.
Wow. What inspired that?
Well, there's this little group called Bushwick Book Club up here in Seattle, and it's a group of musicians that we read a book or a short story or a poem, and then we have to write a song based on it. And I read this little short story, More Like Home Than Home, and it's a very esoteric book. I mean, it's just this little girl spending time with her grandmother, and so my wife and I read it together, and we really kind of had to formulate the song around the basic concept and come up with something to do at this show where we were going to share all the songs that we wrote based on our short stories that we read.
Nice.
And so that's how it came about.
It's a cool group.
More Like Home
It's fun
Than Home.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, the book is called More Like Home Than Home. And your reading club? Your book club?
Bushwick Book Club, yeah.
Oh. Have you been to that, Beth?
I haven't been able to make it to one yet. I was invited to one recently. I've just been added to the group.
Nice.
So, but I haven't made it to one yet. But it's such a cool concept because it's not always easy to just sit down in a blank room with a blank piece of paper and drum up, something.
Yeah.
So a starting point like a book or poem is huge. It's great.
Was it
Fun
you?
challenge.
Was it you, Bradford, that said you like the quote, "Jump and have faith, the net will appear"?
I don't think so, but I do like that saying.
Was it?
It was not me.
Was it me? Maybe I like that quote.
Do you like that quote?
I think I do. But you know, that's kind of like The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. In one of the books, the guy jumps and he misses the ground, so he flies, and that's how he learns how to fly, is he misses the ground. That's the trick.
Nice.
But
I love that. The Hitchhiker's Guide, I mean.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes.
It's yeah. Where would you like to go in the galaxy, Beth?
Oh, man. I'm very particular about oxygen intake. So
Kind of need the oxygen.
I don't even like the idea of having an oxygen tank that I have to bring just underwater or anything. So I really like right here.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not very romantic. I'd like to go to the moon, make a sandcastle if that was possible.
Oh yeah, let's do that. And there's a super moon right now, so that works.
So it's really lots of material to work with.
Yeah, it's a super castle. So let's dance now with Bradford Loomis and Beth Whitney, and Come Dance With Me from the album The Banner Days, which comes out August 23rd on MTS Records.
Woohoo!
And find out more about them at thebannerdays.com. Bradford and Beth, thank you so much for talking to me and taking us on a cool journey.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
To the moon and back.
To the moon. Fly me to the... Oh, so sorry.
That was...
At least I didn't try and sing Bon Jovi or REM.
Yeah.
I think you did change keys a couple times, though.
I did change keys because I went to a key party and... Okay, sorry.
It's been an honor. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
The Banner Days on Mike's Daily Podcast.
Lay your head down against your pillow. Close your eyes and dream. Can you hear the wind whistling through the willows, swaying in time with the reeds? 12 princesses, their skirts spinning through the air, singing a melody so soft and fair. Come dance with me, come on and dance with me. Oh, all along the shores of the great Black Sea. I put on my dancing shoes, my ruby red dancing shoes. Come dance with me while we're still young and free. The sky is brilliant blue, and everywhere that you can see are treasures just for you. So turn the stones of red aside, and under you will find flowers, diamonds, wiggly worms, and treasures bonafide. Come dance with me. Come on and dance with me. Oh, all along the shores of the great Black Sea. I put on my dancing shoes, my ruby red dancing shoes. Come dance with me while we're still young and free. While we're still young and free. 12 princesses, their skirts spinning through the air, singing a melody so soft and fair, singing a melody so soft and fair. Come dance with me, oh come on and dance with me, oh all along the shores of the great Black Sea. I put on my dancing shoes, my ruby red dancing shoes. Come dance with me while we're still young and free, while we're still young and free.
What a great song. That is Come Dance With Me and the band The Banner Days. As we go outside the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. A big thank you again to Bradford Loomis and Beth Whitney of the Banner Days for being on the show.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The picture's a cartoon where I am speaking to Benita the Rodeo Queen. Hi, y'all. How y'all doing? I'm Benita the Rodeo Queen. You already said that. I did. Yeah. Okay, so, y'all, we were talking about Windex. Yeah, not to give them product placement or anything. It's such a horrible product. Why would I give them product placement? No, I mean, you know, who likes shiny windows? Ones that you can see through. Why would you want to do that? Don't you want to be behind a murky film wherever you're driving? Murky films. That would be the name of my film company if I ever had Murky Films. We bring you such films as Why the Brewmaster Blows Up People's Lawns.
Because it's fun. Oh, boy.
Brewmaster, stop it.
All right. That's the last one I'll do for a while. But it wasn't drought resistant.
You can't blow up every single non-drought resistant lawn you see. Although that might become a new Jerry Brown executive order. Who knows? Isn't that weird? His last name is Brown, and we're in a drought, and everybody's lawns are turning... Never mind. So tomorrow we will bring you a segment we haven't done in a while. The Michaelpedia in Seneca. It'll come back tomorrow, and we will have some interesting recent stories about travel, just in time for all the traveling that you should be doing in the month of August. Like everybody's going camping. Everybody's going somewhere. It's crazy. And then I'm all alone. Plus, we'll hear from Shelley Shuhart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the Engineer.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Mike, if you joined the Tea Party, you would never be alone because we're always padding and drinking tea.
But we never text. Do you know that? No thanks.